that we may be in for the match of the night when Adam Cole faces Zack Sabre Jr. And I am pleased to say the moment has arrived.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is a 0-12 Sexual One Fall. Brought to the ring at this time from Panama City, Florida, USA. Winning tonight at 210 pounds, representing the Bulletproof, Adam Cole.
Adam Cole, until just 10 days ago, was the Ring of Honor World Champion. That when this match was first announced against Zack Sabre Jr., it was going to be for the title. Since then, Cole has lost that belt, but title or no title, Matt, this will be a clinic.
Listen, I said it before. I knew Adam Cole when he first started. Nice young man, used to show up in suits, say hello to everyone, stay after the show, help break down the ring. Today, the guy walked right past me. I don't even recognize who he is anymore, but it's a problem in pro wrestling how some of these guys just think that they're on top of the world and that the business owes them something. I just don't like Adam Cole.
Well, like him or not, Cole has had a tremendous career so far, the only ever three-time Ring of Honor World Champion. But he's in for a big challenge right now. Met Zack Sabre Jr. when he was a 13-year-old trainee at NWA UK Hammerlock School where Doug Williams and many others trained. But Zack Sabre Jr. back then, even back then, was a huge fan, not just of WWE, but Japanese and international wrestling. He dreamed one day he would be a champion, and you look at him now.
He's got his Ultimo Dragon attire on here, wearing all the titles, and not for nothing, take nothing away from Adam Cole, but it's nowhere near the wrestler Zack Sabre Jr. is.
Now, hang on, what's this?
It's Adam Cole tapping on the microphone.
Who's ready for story time with Adam Cole, baby? Now, guys, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but I recently got surgery, very serious surgery, to get that devil horn of mine removed. The surgery was a little more serious than everybody thought, so as you may have heard, I was scheduled to wrestle for Pro Wrestling Guerrilla a couple of nights ago, and I didn't. So if anyone in their right mind thinks that if I canceled on PWG that I wouldn't cancel on What Culture Pro Wrestling, you're an idiot. So I figured I would come this whole way here, show my face, get my payday, wave and smile, and tell each and every one of you, good night. No.
First of all, Adam, stop misbehaving. Now, I'm a big fan of your first name, and I realize I can't force you to wrestle. But see, I've got a bit of a surprise. Now, as you know, Cody Rhodes unfortunately wasn't able to be here tonight, so I wanted to give the fans a little surprise, a little something to remember this fight. And if you don't want to be part of this match, that's fine. But there's a new player entering the arena. And he is...
I told you that I saw some surprise faces in the locker room.
You have Christopher Daniels won that world title from Adam Cole just 10 days ago. And now he's here in the same ring as him in Manchester, England.
It's a long way from St. Matt's Parish in Delaware for Jim Kettner's ECWA. This man, Christopher Daniels, has forged an incredible career, and the respect that is deserved for this man is immeasurable.
Now, I understand if you still don't want to end the match, but there's one more thing. This match is now for the Ring of Honor World Championship!
No way! We've got a Ring of Honor World title match! This is insane!
Ladies and gentlemen, this is a three-way match for the Ring of Honor World Championship!
Oh, now Cole wants him. Thought he was injured.
Well, now this changes everything. A three-way match, a clash of styles. Still, for my money, the best technical wrestler out of the three is Zack Sabre, but the veteran wherewithal of Chris Daniels certainly should not be discounted.
Over 2 decades in the business. And Christopher Daniels, the fallen angel, is nothing if not patient. He was part of the first ever Ring of Honor World title match in July 2002. He was unsuccessful that night and then went on a nearly 15-year odyssey before finally capturing the gold just over a week ago.
The code of honor was shown there by Christopher and Zach. And just the other night, I was watching Jay Briscoe versus Jay White on Ring of Honor television with my good buddy Chicken Mark Briscoe on commentary. So now some Ring of Honor action for you here.
Again, this is going to be a one-fall triple threat match. So
the thing about triple threat matches is, and look at what Daniels is doing, you can always allow your opponents to beat the tar out of each other and then just tiptoe in and take it.
It's a risk though, because if you're Daniels, you could lose the title without being pinned.
That's a good point. I can speak really softly, or I can shout at you, but sometimes the pictures tell all the story.
Forearms to the face from both Sabre and Daniels. The back elbows will send Cole to the outside.
Okay.
So Daniels and Sabre find themselves one-on-one. I still can't believe Daniels is in this ring. You really do never know what you're going to get here in WCPW.
And again, it just goes back to, there's just so much predictability in our sport. It's nice to not know what's coming. There are a lot of fans out there, hang on, that like to figure everything out. That like to write and give all their opinions. But at the end of the day, you just don't know.
Great little exchange there from Sabre Jr. and Daniels. I think Daniels will be enjoying the opportunity here to mix it up with the technical wizard. Sabre Jr., for my money, I think for yours as well, perhaps the best technical wrestler in the world right now.
Arguably, yes, that is true. Nice cravat there. You can see all the blood trapped in Christopher Daniels' head. The color starting to change here.
Sabre knows so many ways to stretch, to hurt every limb, every muscle.
Now, Daniels needs to be careful here to not leave his head, neck, or arm exposed, as right on cue, Zach goes looking for an arm bar. Chris was able to trap the ankles and roll through now to the side headlock. Some good wrestling here. How dare they?
Cole is up on the apron, but the other two just not letting him in this.
Good. Why let Adam Cole ruin a good match?
And Cole sensing opportunity here, having lost the Ring of Honor World title. The opportunity to get it back just 10 days later was an unexpected one for this member of the Bullet Club. Sabre Jr. to the ropes, leapfrog by Daniels. Sabre goes behind, Daniels grabs the wrist lock, sends Sabre into the corner. Sabre comes back, goes underneath. And Sabre maybe going to try for a roll through into the pin, shoulders are down, he gets, 1.5.
Ooh. And right back to the cravat. Smart.
You see from Sabre, that was Cole's back in, hang on a second. Cole going for maybe a backbreaker on Daniels. Disrespect from Cole to the Ring of Honor World Champion. Sabre backed into the corner. Cole now.
And while we went from some good wrestling, now we're going to go to Adam Cole's style of wrestling. And I make no bones about it. Look, I'm a fan of the Bullet Club. But for me, it's almost as if Cole is like the Virgil of NWO Black and Red. And that's including Hangman Page, too, who's a buddy of mine. I just don't like Adam Cole.
You are upset he passed you in the corridor.
I just don't like him.
Sabre Jr.'s on the second rope. Here comes Cole. Ow! Sabre to the outside, and Sabre landed big tailbone first on the edge of the ring apron. Cole taking time to celebrate, but Daniels was behind him.
And that's the problem. Why? Why do you need that Adam Cole, baby? I mean, that's honestly, what's that going to do for you? Worry about your opponent.
Well, to borrow your argument from just a few minutes ago, it doesn't matter if he wins, and it'll all be a moot point, right? If he gets the winner's share of the purse, if he becomes the Ring of Honor World Champion here, he's not going to care whether people like him taunting the fans.
Listen, Cole let us know about his cosmetic surgery earlier on in the week. If I'm Christopher Daniels or Zack Sabre, straight punch right to the forehead.
Ooh, leg drop from the atomic drop position from Daniels, forcing Cole's leg across the throat of Sabre Jr.
Of course, we shout out Frankie Kazarian at home with his lovely wife and family. Hope you're watching and enjoying it.
Daniels went for the high knee, no one there. Oh, dragon screw takedown.
Now, Zack normally likes to focus on an arm, but make no mistake about it, any appendage will do, and in this case, it may be the right leg or knee of the fallen angel, Christopher Daniels.
Twisting the ankle, and Sabre Jr. What better warm-up could there be for Sabre Jr. than winning the Ring of Honor World Championship before going into the Pro Wrestling World Cup? Yeah. Taking place live in Nottingham tomorrow on YouTube. You can see it on Saturday night. In the first round of the bracket, Sabre is against Marty Scurll. 7 p.m.
Look at that.
And he's got the abdominal stretch. Daniels is still caught up in the hold as well.
Gosh, I'm reminded of Ultimo Guerrero and Ray Bucanero there.
Cole with the forearm to the face. Sabre Jr. Fans from his home country getting behind him.
Still has Daniels' leg locked as well. You know, for our more astute Japanese wrestling fans, Zack Sabre Jr. reminds me of a young Hidaka, Ikuto Hidaka, to those that remember. Famous for Sean Capture, the knee bar. And now Zack spills to the floor, and the action is for Cole and Daniels.
Cole will scoop up Daniels, slam him down. No love lost between these two since that title change. Just 10 days ago, as Cole tries to win it back, gets a 2.
Yeah, and it was an emotional moment. We've seen all the pictures on social media, the Ring of Honor locker room pouring out, tears pouring from the eyes of Christopher Daniels. We've talked about passion and momentum all night long. And it's nice just for a moment, but then it's right back to work.
How could you not be a little bit emotional if you've been a long-time follower of Ring of Honor to see Christopher Daniels finally win the big one?
Even just a fan of wrestling, I mean, the congratulatory outpouring on social media, you know, from Tommy Dreamer all the way down. Great veterans of our sport acknowledging the journey that Christopher Daniels has been on.
Sabre Jr. is resting here at our ringside table, but Cole has seen him as he tries to get back into the ring. Cole will charge. Sabre saw him coming, gonna roll through, sunset flip, cover, shoulders down for 2, and Sabre was just a half second away from adding to his collection of championship belts. Daniels will go for a cover as well.
Talked about the perils of a 3-way match, and there it is on display.
Cole with the kicks to the jaw of both of his opponents. And once again, Cole with that swagger. You know, Joe Hendry may just meet his match in Adam Cole when the Prestige collide with the Bullet Club in Nottingham. In terms of ego, these two are something else.
Two of my least favorite people.
Cole with the forearm takes Sabre Jr. down.
And one thing about Adam Cole, his ring positioning is very good. He goes from one move to another almost seamlessly with such fluidity.
Reversal of the Irish whip from Daniels. Ends up on the apron, does the Ring of Honor World Champion.
And Cole Cole, whether you realize it or not, he's wrestling from a defensive standpoint. He's got to protect above his neck. He's got to protect his head. As I say that, Christopher Daniels attacks the back of the head.
And Daniels isn't done yet. Daniels is following Cole up onto the turnbuckle. What's he doing? What is Daniels trying to do to Adam Cole? He's got an abdominal stretch on the turnbuckle.
You cannot get the concession there because the ropes are part of the maneuver, even though it is a triple threat match.
Well, what is Sabre doing? Sabre bringing Cole down. And Sabre now looks like he's going to try and do some damage to Daniels of his own.
And the crowd coming alive for the suplex-sponsored athlete, Zack Sabre Jr.
There's interest in the crowd dynamic here. They were initially in favor of Daniels.
What?
Oh my God, look at Sabre going to bend those fingers back.
That's wrist manipulation there.
Oh, how painful did that look? And Cole is in. Cole is in. Cole
from a defensive position. Adam Cole.
And yeah, you're right. Cole may have been exaggerating about his inability to compete here, as we're now seeing, but there is no doubt that he did have a cyst removed from his forehead just a few days ago. And if Daniels and Sabre Jr. get the opportunity, like you say, Matt, they will try to focus on that, I'm sure.
And it is a testament to the sportsmanship of both Zack and Christopher here that neither one of them have peeled off the bandage. Neither one of them has slammed Cole's head into a turnbuckle or thrown a hard elbow, even though you want to when he does things like that. Thank you.
A kiss, and that will enrage Zack Sabre Jr. in a hurry. Sabre gets a boot to the face from Cole.
We talk about making up space here, and Adam Cole's just really good at it.
They both struck each other with forearms at the same time. Here comes Daniels to a double clothesline.
Speaking of really good, probably one of the best in the world.
Clothesline again. Chop takes down Cole.
Oh, nice space takedown, Ogawa.
Sabre Jr. tries to go for the waist lock, gets countered. Picks him up, slams him down.
Jun Akiyama there.
Daniels is cooking with gas here in Manchester. Petrol, we call it here.
A little Terry Funk for you.
Cole dropped on the back of his neck by Daniels, who was just a half second away.
Now watch what Chris does, that a lot of younger wrestlers don't do. Stays close to his opponent here. Yes, he acknowledged the fans, but now...
He's going for the Angel's Wings. He's going for the Angel's Wings, and Sabre can't allow that.
Not at all.
Sabre into the corner and takes a run up.
I love how he puts his foot on that turnbuckle to get a little bit of spring out of those very taut and tight ropes.
On Sabre.
There it is. The octopus tarantula combination, reminiscent of Inoki.
He wasn't in it for long though, because Cole was able to kick Sabre in the back of the head. Daniels sent to the outside. And now Cole.
Wait a minute.
Without the champion even in the ring, could regain the title.
No.
£2 only.
Right there. Cole wasted no time. Pulled the knee pad down. Running knee strike again. Modified Shining Wizard.
Will that be all?
The only difference is that the opponent was seated and not on his knees.
Daniels was right in front of us there. All he could do was look on and hope that Sabre Jr. would kick out in time. And fortunately for the reigning Ring of Honor World Champion, he did so.
And I got to tell you, there is no seepage coming through on that bandage. And while it may seem small, this also prevents sweat from getting into Adam Cole's eyes.
Oh, Sabre! Sabre goes for the counter.
There it is.
Legs hook, got the bridge, and he almost had the Ring of Honor World title.
Oh, smart.
Right into the knee.
Yes, sans knee pads is Zack Sabre. A throwback to the great shooters of the day. No pun intended there. Nope. Capture. Knee bar.
Knee bar by Zack Sabre Jr. Daniels is going to have to stop that. Springboard moonsault.
Classic Christopher Daniels.
Zack Sabre Jr. is already the Pro Wrestling Guerrilla World Champion. He's the Evolve World Champion. The Rev Pro Champion as well. Could he add a fourth title here? Not if Daniels can hit the Angel's Wings.
Look at how Zack captures behind and then switches. Wrist manipulation here. Trying to get a hyperextension, perhaps a submission, but Christopher Daniels is very strong. He is the strongest guy in this match.
And he was able to make the ropes pretty quickly there. And that may have saved him, because if Sabre had that locked in for very long, that would have done some serious damage to the champ. Cole is still on the outside here, as Sabre using the bicep to strike Daniels.
Shiranagi.
Shiranagi takes
Now
Sabre
perhaps the best moonsault ever. Best moonsault ever. No,
Sabre catches him!
Oh boy!
Sabre catches him!
Trying to go for a triangle. He doesn't have a hold of the limb just yet. You can see the arm is still bent. Zack knows it.
Zack Sabre Jr. could be a second away here. If Daniels taps, Sabre is the Ring of Honor World Champion.
And look at Zack going onto his head.
Oh, but Cole broke it up. Ooh, wow. We saw super kicks from the Young Bucks earlier. Now their Bullet Club partner, Adam Cole, doing the same.
Ever the opportunist now.
Adam Cole, middle turnbuckle. Oh, and Daniels countered. Here comes Sabre. Oh! Penalty kick, I should say, by Sabre. Angel's wings! Angel's wings! Sabre lands on Cole. And Daniels retains in Manchester. What a match!
Ladies and gentlemen, here is your winner and still Ring of Honor World Champion, Christopher Daniels!
I love what Daniels did. He made sure to pin Adam Cole. So while Adam Cole is sitting on a plane going home with his head pulsing and pounding, he'll know that he got beaten by the Ring of Honor World Heavyweight Champion.
Well, we didn't even expect that the Ring of Honor World title would be on the line here at Bulletproof. What a surprise and what a match as the Fallen Angel continues his reign as the Ring of Honor World Champion. Incredible triple threat action. A privilege to be ringside for that championship match as Daniels gets a well-deserved standing ovation from over 1,000 fans in the Bowlers Exhibition Centre. Sabre Jr. will move on to Nottingham.
Wait, there's still a little bit of business here. Let's not forget, Ring of Honor, the Code of Honor. The handshake that comes at the end of the match, it shows respect for the sport, it shows respect for the promotion, it shows respect for the title, and it shows respect for the fans. Above all, it's respect for the wrestlers, the athletes, and what they put on the line each and every night.
Well, you might not see it from Adam Cole, but you will see a show of respect from Zack Sabre Jr. and from Christopher Daniels, the reigning Ring of Honor World Champion. Sabre Jr. moves on to Nottingham, where he will face Marty Scurll in the Pro Wrestling World Cup. But tonight, victory belongs to Christopher Daniels.